Picture yourself on top of the NHL world, and then, poof, you're just a forgotten name. Sounds like a suspense movie, right? But that's the chilling reality for some blacklisted NHL players. And it's not just about penalty boxes or shattered sticks. The reasons range from bad attitudes to even darker controversies that leave you wondering what on earth was going through their heads. So let's deep dive into the icy world of NHL and shed some light on its hidden corners. The first story is about Brendan Leipzig. This guy, initially a promising find in the third round of the NHL draft, seemed to have it all: talent, fame, and fortune.
But that's a shot mentality. We'll see it coming in right here. Well, maybe the back of the skate. You can see the wobble of the puck.
But an act of mindless indiscretion ended his hockey fairy tale. It all started with an Instagram group chat. Not a bench brawl or an illegal stick move, but an Instagram chat. Leipzig's group chat was like an open book on the internet in May 2020. And trust me, the pages weren't pretty. He threw shade at Tanner Pearson's wife, fresh off childbirth. Come on, man, she just had a baby. And guess what? Pearson was his teammate. As if that wasn't enough, he even had the nerve to take a swing at Connor McDavid and his girlfriend. Like seriously, man, you're trash talking about McDavid's girlfriend when you're the new guy on the team? That's not a penalty box moment. That's a one-way ticket out of the NHL. Although he tried to cover himself by saying he was hacked. But the damage was done. Who in their right mind, living a dream life, pocketing millions, playing hockey, thinks it's smart to belittle a fellow player's partner? He got himself blacklisted, marking the end of what could have been a promising NHL career. The second case of NHL's gritty past is written on the ice-streaked history of Ted Lindsay. Picture this: a man in his prime, soaring on the wings of the game, but also fighting a battle off the rink, a battle for rights, a battle for respect. Lindsay wasn't just skating on ice, he was blazing a trail that reshaped the NHL as we know it today.
2 or 3 months before the trade was actually announced in the paper, I had been...
You see, back in the 40s, the NHL was booming with big names like Lindsay, Howe, and Richard. Yet, the owners were making big bucks, while the players, well, they were earning peanuts, needing summer gigs to make ends meet. Imagine your favorite NHL flipping burgers in the summer. Bizarre, right? This bitter truth didn't sit well with Lindsay or his comrades. Together, they kickstarted what we now know as the Players Union. This was the turning point that led to the creation of the NHL Players Association in 1967. From fair pensions to medical care, Lindsay fought for it all, just so players wouldn't need to hold down a second job. Yet, like a dirty hit from behind, Lindsay paid the price. Stripped of his captaincy, blacklisted from the Red Wings, he was shipped off to the Blackhawks, the underdogs of the league. Some say that owners across the league were as furious as fans during a bad ref call. But Lindsay was no rookie. He didn't flinch, he didn't regret, because he knew he was changing the game forever. And he did. The third player to enter our lineup is Jake Virtanen. Once a celebrated name in the NHL, now finds himself in the shadows. Imagine in a game where they're down 5-1, you get benched, and then you're going toe-to-toe with your own teammates. That's right, Virtanen squared off with Daniel Edgman, his comrade on ice. In the aftermath, his teammates took a stand, gave an ultimatum to management. It's him or us. Now imagine being management, faced with this icy dilemma. Your best offensive player or the rest of the team. It's like asking, do you want the puck or the whole damn ice? But the madness doesn't end there. Virtanen, with his 20 pounds extra at the 2016 camp, earns himself the title of lazy. You'd think, well, he's got to change now. But nope. Instead, he gets photographed partying in the peak of a pandemic. Fast forward to 2020, and his game's gone colder than an ice bath. Only 5 points in 38 games. And if that wasn't enough, Virtanen then found himself accused of sexual assault. Although found not guilty, the specter of doubt still hovered over him. The Canucks instantly terminated his contract, and he has been blacklisted from the NHL. The last one is none other than Patrick Seloff. Get this, after years of grinding it out in the minor leagues, he finally gets his chance to shine in the big leagues. Seloff, known for his iron wall defense and surprising lack of scoring flair, managed to shock everyone by scoring 2 goals in his first 2 NHL games. Crazy, right? Makes you wonder why a guy like this never got another shot in the NHL. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Picture this, a fiery training camp in 2016, and Seloff is looking to make an impression. Instead, he makes an impact, and not the kind you'd want. Our guy ends up decking none other than Clark MacArthur, a respected vet already nursing some pretty serious concussion symptoms. The result? A nasty blow that leads to a resurgence of those symptoms and tragically puts an end to MacArthur's NHL career. Bobby Ryan, another team member, didn't take too kindly to Seloff's antics and let his fists do the talking. But Seloff, it seems, wasn't one to learn from his mistakes. The very next training camp, he tries an open ice hit on Mark Stone. Now, Stone isn't the guy you want to mess with, but Seloff doesn't just stop at the hit. He actually swings his stick at Stone and challenges him to a fight. How do you manage to ruin your entire future NHL career in just 2 training camps, you ask? Just ask Seloff. Sadly, he gets the boot from the NHL and spends the next few years in the AHL before ending up playing in Germany. I guess the moral of the story here is, don't be that guy who takes "go hard or go home" too literally, because you just might end up going home. If you've been gripped by these stories, if they've sent shivers down your spine or left you in awe, then you know what to do. And if you want more thrilling dives into the world of NHL, check out some of our newest video, NHL's most brutal referee injuries.